She's a teacher.
Okay.
They're personal days, aren't they called?
Do you have
All right.
limited sick days?
We are recording
Do you have limited sick days?
for Mikael today.
Are you recording?
Who? Yeah, we're recording right now.
Miss you, man.
So.
Mikael, how's Brazil?
All right. So the class has requested that this class be taught in Spanish. So the nice thing about the area between two curves I was trying to think if I could do this. La cosa que es bueno cuando está haciendo la área entre dos curvas es que no necesitas ocuparse con la área que está debajo el x-axis. Okay, so what I was trying to say there was that when you have area between two curves, say you have this curve and this curve, and we're going to find the area between these two curves. Black crayon. Smells like black licorice.
I'm serious though, nobody likes the black crayon. Yeah, that one was pretty useless.
Okay, what if you're drawing on yellow paper?
So, if you're finding the area between two curves, you don't have to worry about the fact that some of the areas below and would be negative and some of the areas above, which we saw in the past one when we were finding the area between a curve and the x-axis. Some of it was below and some of it was above, so we had to worry about that. Now you don't have to. You can just take the area of one, subtract the other one, and you'll get the area between the two curves. And what will happen is whatever's negative will cancel out with whatever's positive anyways, and you'll get the exact area between the curves. So the key, though, is we're going to have to figure out this point and this point so we know between which values.
They'll be full values, right?
Not necessarily. Sometimes they're not very nice at all.
Is that at 9?
There was A and a B. All right. Yeah. Connor recognizes the difference between many versions of A and 9. These are all A's, according to Connor. Sometimes you'll be able to find out which curve you put on top and which curve you put on bottom, because you're going to want to take the curve that's on top and subtract the curve that's on the bottom. So if you have this curve, which is a parabola, and that one goes like this, because it's smiley, happy. It's Thursday fun day compared to Monday, which is coming up next week. Right? It's going to be the Monday after a long weekend, and it's also going to be the Monday of a long week.
Not for me.
Oh, I'm not going to be here either, yeah.
So if this one's going up and this one's going down, this is the area you're going to want to find.
Not the green one. Or
Not the black one.
not the black one.
There we go.
Purple, purple, purple.
Ooh. Yellow. Perfect.
That's not inside the line.
You get the idea. Can't fail kindergarten anymore.
Actually, can't they hold you back if you're not? I'm pretty sure they can hold you back. If you
Not
don't.
anymore. You can't even fail.
Now you can, I thought. Nope.
So when you do the integral to find the area between them,
I don't think you can.
this curve is the one you'll write first, because it's the curve on top. And then you'll subtract the other curve. But what we're missing here is we don't know what numbers. we don't know when do they cross here and here.
That's why you would get a
Find the
graphing
intercepts.
calculator and you'd find the intercept.
You could, but let's say this is a non-calculator question. How do you find?
Wouldn't they have to cross it at an x-intercept then?
Not necessarily. Could you not have a parabola that these were the x-axis and they cross way over there?
Nope.
Then this shouldn't be a question.
This shouldn't be a question. Right, find out where they're the same. You just equate the two. You got two equations with two unknowns. We can solve it by substitution. So if you x squared plus 2x plus 2 equals minus x squared plus 2x plus 10. Move everything over to one side, you'll get 2x squared. The 2x's cancel out. Minus 8 equals 0. Would you like to factor or would you like to just isolate? Move the 8 over, 2x squared equals 8. Divide by 2, x squared equals 4. Definitely a calculator question.
X equals 2.
Or negative 2. Ooh. But it makes sense when you think about the yellow up here in the colorful graph that there will be 2 points where they intersect. And so one of them is at minus 2 and one of them is at 2. So I think our x-axis needs to move over here a little bit. So now that you can see, it was at minus 2 and 2 where they intersected. So those are the numbers that you're going to put in here, minus 2 and 2. So often you'll do this work. You'll do this work first. So we'll just put that first. There we go.
That's very nice.
So you do that work first to find out where they intersect, and then you can write this out.
Mr. JR, if I just wrote that on a quiz that tiny, would you just assume I was correct?
Yeah. Would you like to practice writing that tiny?
No.
Because I can lend you a pen. Here we go. There, try that one. Okay. See how tiny you can write with that pen.
Not your fake ones?
Now, you could integrate this already, but can you see that it's going to be a lot easier if you actually simplify things? You can combine some like terms. We're going to have negative 2x squared. 2x's cancel out. 10 minus 2 will be plus 8 dx from negative 2 to 2. Now what you're going to find is if you decided to subtract the wrong ones, you'll still get the right answer, but it will be negative.
Yeah, how are we supposed to know which one in order to give us?
In this case, because you knew this parabola was up and this parabola was down, and you want to have the parabola that's down subtract the parabola that's up, that way you get the area between them. But if you did it the wrong way because you made a mistake, you don't have to erase everything and redo it. You'll just get a negative answer, and if you work your way backwards with the absolute value signs, that would be correct.
What I did was, when you get 2 points, 2 and negative 2, I was plugging the point anywhere between those two into both equations, and whatever one's higher would be the y value.
Yeah.
Did you get that Planet Staples?
No,
Did you get 2 from the specialty store?
I think it's from Hong Kong. Super fine pen. It's where all the best pens come from, right?
Yeah, come on, Jake. Japan.
Yeah, that makes
Japan has better pens than Hong Kong? So maybe I have to.
Not a war here.
So you have to.
No, I think
Is
mine
this-
is smaller.
Where's this from? Okay. Sorry, Mikhail, we got sidetracked by a pen.
Yeah, Hong Kong, China, yeah. I didn't even know that right there.
Well,
Tokyo's in this country. What's the girl?
you're clueless.
I am not. I just didn't know.
Oops. Whoops.
Hong Kong, city in China. What?
It's not even a city in China.
Says Hong Kong, city in China.
Minus
One of the hardest airports to land at. I had to turn two skyscrapers.
Really?
Not even kidding, yeah.
How'd they fix it?
They made an airport.
Well, after a while, I kind of just said less.
Yeah, after the building started, God, it's less than.
Okay, so you plug it in. When you multiply it all out, this will be negative 16 over 3 plus 16 minus 16 over 3 minus 16, which will give you 32 minus 32 over 3. 96 over 3 minus 32 over 3 is 64 over 3.